Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Great Malabite.
Good morning, Ruben.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Rufai.
Mr. Efeni, you've got the great drive in the driveway. I'm happy about your drive.
Good morning, Tundu.
Good morning, Mr.
Looking brownish. Reminds me of chocolate all over you. Well, just to tell you, you look sweet in that outfit.
Thank you, Mr. Efeni.
Well, let's start the newspaper review with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of records. The lead story, Analysts foresee faster economic recovery as oil price hits $60. IMF urges the federal government to embark on aggressive revenue mobilization. Advises federal government to raise VAT to 10% by 2022. Yes, there is excitement in the air. The federal government, of course, is to intensify revenue mobilization, but with oil hitting $60, the likelihood of Nigeria exiting recession is also looking bright. Recall that the first recession, it was a surge in oil price that helped Nigeria to exit recession. So you want to ask, what can Nigeria do without oil revenue, despite the fact that so much effort is being made to prop up other sectors of the economy? Now, if we look at the Guardian newspaper, Nigeria's The Guardian newspaper, CBN sticks to unpopular option on digital currency. Banks disabled platform, track accounts. Investors offload assets. Stay ahead of innovations. Don't stifle it. CBN is being advised. Of course, Mogalu knocks CBN over knee-jerk approach. Directive good for anti-money laundering war, says Guadabe. Of course, exchanges and investors in cryptocurrency have started reviewing their business strategies, and as CBN sticks to its position on the issue of digital currency. I'm sure in these days ahead, we will see more reactions to what CBN has done. The Daily Trust newspaper, banditry, kidnapping, Northwest governors working at cross purposes, El Rufai, says criminal headsmen must die. I will not backtrack on dialogue, Matawale. Government must negotiate from position of strength, says experts. We want peace. Magban, that's Meeti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria. Nigerian Tribune has the same story. No to negotiation. Northern governors must flush out bandits, El Rufai. Says Gumi's peace deal, waste of time. Well, it was the same El Rufai that once paid huge sums to these headers to stop killing. What has changed now is his new position, which he argued yesterday on BBC Hausa Service. Is it being influenced by the proximity of 2023 and the politics thereof? Well, he needs to explain his sudden change of position. However, all the northern governors need to be on the same page because the forests where these bandits operate crisscross states. So they need a unified policy to deal with the issue, if you ask me. The Punch newspaper, Buhari COVID-19 jail threats. States list enforcement obstacles as Nigerians shun compliance. During first wave, we spent 10 million naira daily on task force enforcing rules, says Cross River. Now, Ruben, you will remind me if I've forgotten something. Is it the same Cross River that said there was no COVID for most of the first wave? that spend 10 million naira to enforce rule every day, 10 million naira every day. Ruben, you are a Calabar boy by association. You will need to remind me.
Malabite. Malabite.
Now, Vanguard newspaper. Headers crisis, Afenifere, ACF, MBF, Pandef, back Shoinka as leaders, ask leaders to avert civil war. Now, the Nation newspaper, Labor to government, it will be insensitive to high fuel price. Depot owners short operation. NMPC, we have enough product. Of course, with oil price at the international market, spot going up to 60, if you say you have deregulated, you know what should follow. But Labor is warning that there should be no hike expectedly. Daily Independent newspaper, APC governors considers zoning presidency to the north in 2023. Osumbo insists documents recognize zoning between north and south. Well, let's go to the foreign newspapers quickly. The Guardian UK. Johnson urged to tighten borders as variants threaten vaccine plan. Yes, scientists and senior MPs have renewed calls for sweeping border curbs to protect the UK vaccination program against new variant, as Boris Johnson prepared to introduce tougher measures as Britain is reducing internal infection. Expectedly, today it will announce new restrictions on arrivals. Now, if you arrive in UK, you go on self-isolation. Day 2, there will be a test. Day 8, there will be a test to prove your coronavirus status. Now, the Washington Post newspaper, yes, Trump's trial promises historic first. Today, we'll see drama unfolding. Yes, historic, because the first president will be impeached twice. So, the impeachment trial will take place today in the U.S. Senate. Of course, Senate leadership agrees on rapid timetable for both sides. Constitutional issues at the heart of a typical case. Ruben, Rufai, and the beautiful Tundo. Ruben, don't be jealous.
Anyway, very quickly, we don't have so much time, but there's a story also on the front page of this day, which I think should be of interest. It's titled, Citing Safety, Federal Government Bars Private Sector COVID-19 Vaccination. And the story is quoting Minister of Health, Osage Ehanire. And this morning, we've been talking about private sector involvement in the pandemic management in Nigeria, and how we are faced with the ugly situation of whereby there is conflict, dissension, disagreement among some of the principal members of the COVID, the private sector coalition, as it is otherwise called. And I think that clarification by the Minister of Health is very important, because if you allow the private sector to now take charge of the vaccination, how do you ensure standards? How do you ensure that right things are done? So I think that clarification is very important. Against the background of the fact that Interpol warned about fake COVID-19 vaccines, and we don't want that kind of situation in Nigeria here. And we hope that the Ministry of Health will apply the standards. Now, for the first time, the Minister of Health provided more information about what Nigeria is doing. We're told 58 million vaccines will come from a combination of the AVAT program by the African Union and what we expect from the COVAX Alliance. And then we're told, to China. We're also talking to India for the COVAX vaccine, and we're also talking to other stakeholders. That information is important, and they must always be transparent. They must always give us information.
All right. Thank you so much.